Hi, Maria. Have you recovered from morning sickness yet?
Yes, thanks to you. My personal and professional life is going well now.
I'm glad to hear that. I have to go out today, so I'll be home late. Would you come over to my place after work and cook dinner for me?
What? After work?
What's wrong with that?
My stomach is starting to get bigger and I'm getting a little tired.
So what?
I just think it's tough to go cook a meal after work.
What? What are you talking about just because you're pregnant? You're my daughter-in-law, and you don't have an option to say no. If I tell you to cook, you should just do it.
Then I'll buy some fast food or something and bring it to you.
What are you talking about? You want me to eat cheap fast food? You gotta be kidding me.
I'm sorry. I used to be able to do this, but I've been having a lot of back pain. I don't think I can cook for 2 families.
Why did you become my stepdaughter? You're useless, you know that?
I'm sorry.
I'm telling you, pregnancy is not a disease. I did all the housework while I was pregnant. There's no reason you can't do it too.
But I really can't.
That's enough. I won't ask you today. I'll go to the department store and buy something delicious.
It would be a great help if you did that.
I wonder why John married such a sloppy wife. I feel sorry for him. Now listen to me, Maria. You're mistaken if you think you can get away with anything just because you're pregnant. Next time, I'll make sure you cook like you're supposed to. Maria, it's about time you come to do the housework. How long are you going to skip your chores just because you're pregnant?
I'm sorry, it's been so long. I've been very busy at work lately and I haven't been feeling well. I honestly don't think I'll be able to do the housework at your house in addition to my own housework.
Are you still working? If your health is that bad, do something about your job. You should consider my housework your priority, no matter what.
Yes, even if I took a day off from work now, I doubt I could do any housework because of the morning sickness.
Don't be silly. I was able to do my usual housework until the baby was born. There's no reason you can't do it.
Yes, I know that, but I can manage my work since it's just an office work. But doing housework is too much for me. I'm sure it will cause trouble for you.
Oh my God, I don't want to hear those excuses anymore. Don't slack your work just because you're about to give birth. There are many things you have to do as a wife. Being pregnant is not an excuse. I don't have time to lecture you about this. Come to my house on your next day off and do the chores that have piled up.
Okay.
Hi, Maria. You're already on maternity leave, aren't you? From now on, you should come and spend your time at our house.
What?
That way, you won't have to come and go, and it will be easier for you to do your housework, right?
That's...
What? Are you going to complain again?
I'm not complaining.
You always do that. You've never listened to me even once. You're always nagging about this and that. I can't imagine what you'll do after the baby is born if you disrespect me like this.
Emily?
What?
I'm sorry for not discussing this with you. After consulting with John, we've decided to have the baby back in my hometown where my parents live.
Huh?
So I've returned to my parents' house. I won't be able to do any housework there for a while.
Wait, what are you saying? Who gave you permission to have a baby back there? I would never allow such a thing.
But John suggested that we should have the baby here with my parents. He said it would be safer for me to have my mother there, since it would be my first birth.
Are you kidding me? I've been through childbirth myself. I can support you.
I'm sure you can, but I returned to my parents' home because I didn't want to disrespect John's kindness.
I won't let you do such a selfish thing. I didn't hear anything from John about it. You should come back to our house right now.
What?
If you say you can't come to my house by yourself, I'll come pick you up.
You want me to go all the way to your house just to do house chores?
Of course! You're my daughter-in-law. You're supposed to do the housework. And I should be there when you give birth. But you went back home without my permission, so I have to go through a lot of trouble. Just come to my home and start cooking, cleaning the toilet, and mowing the lawn.
Emily, there's no way I can mow the lawn.
Of course you can. Anyway, I'll come and get you tomorrow.
John, I just got a text from your mother and I'm in trouble.
What's wrong? Did she do something again?
She said she's going to pick me up tomorrow.
Huh?
She got very angry when she found out I was going to have a baby back home.
She did?
Yes. She told me that tomorrow I have to go back to her house to cook, clean the bathroom, mow the lawn. She's coming tomorrow to pick me up. What am I going to do?
Oh my God. I was trying to avoid you doing something that's not good for the baby. So we decided to have the baby back home. If she takes you back to her house, she will treat you like a slave.
Yeah.
We have to do something about this. I'm worried about you and the baby. I'm going to explain the situation to my boss and ask for the afternoon off.
What?
I'm going to your parents' house now. I was wondering if we could discuss the situation with your parents.
I'm sure that's fine, but is your job going to be okay?
I can't concentrate on work, can I? Right now, my priority is you and the newborn baby. Anyway, I'll be on my way soon.
Okay, thanks, John.
Maria, what's going on? I said I would pick you up, but you got into a car with a man and went somewhere, didn't you? I saw it with my own eyes. You said you were going home to have a baby, but you're really cheating on John, aren't you? What kind of a wife are you?
Emily, I'm not having an affair. The only person I love is John.
Then who was that? It definitely wasn't a woman. You can't cheat on him like that. I can't allow you to go back to your parents' house and secretly cheat on him.
I'm not having an affair. Someone was concerned about my health and took me away.
What? What do you mean?
I told you, didn't I? I can't cook, clean toilets, mow the lawn, and do lots of other chores. I can't force myself to do that right now because it's an important time for the birth of the baby, so I can't go back there.
What's with that tone? You're my daughter-in-law and it's your job to take care of me. You really don't know what it's like to be a wife. That's why you need to be disciplined. Come back to my house right now.
No matter how much you say, I can't do that.
If you insist that much, I have an idea. I can't accept you as my daughter-in-law anymore. You'd better be ready for it. John, what the hell is going on with Maria? She decided to have the baby back home and went back to her parents' house. I didn't hear anything about it. I made Maria do it because it was her first time giving birth and she was anxious. You spoil her too much, don't you? She's making you do the housework too, right? That's fine with me. We talked about it and decided on it. It's a wife's job to do the house chores. Besides, I hate to tell you this, but... What? Maria is cheating on you. Huh? She is cheating on you, taking advantage of your lack of attention. I saw it clearly with my own eyes. Mom, what are you talking about? Maria is about to give birth. I'm the one who suggested her to go back to her parents' house because you're always treating her like your own servant. When have I ever done that? You forced her to do your housework after work, and the housework is something you can do on your own. I know all about it. Did she tell you that? She can't do anything at all, but she has a big mouth, don't you think? What's with that tone? Maria is not your housekeeper or servant. Why don't you do your own housework?
You're young, so you may not understand. But once you're married, a wife has to listen to her mother-in-law and does everything for the house. I'm just teaching her because she's not doing anything. If you call me abusive or whatever, that's because you don't understand.
Maria is going to give birth soon. We don't know when she'll go into labor. I just want to ease her anxiety as much as possible. That's why I wanted to let her relax at home, away from you, who is causing lots of trouble for her.
That's exactly why she's taking advantage of you. She even cheated on you, and it's really disgusting.
Mom, do you really think Maria cheated on me?
I saw her with my own eyes getting into a car with a guy. I'm absolutely sure. When the baby is born, I'm going to take the baby and have her divorce you.
I guess I can't talk to you about anything. You only speak ill of Maria no matter what I say.
She's doing whatever she wants, so I have to do something about it.
I'm glad I made the decision.
What?
Actually, I got divorced yesterday.
Divorced? I'm surprised. But she can't do the housework and she doesn't listen to me, so it's no wonder. And even worse, she cheated on you. Okay, come back to my house now.
There's more.
What?
I remarried right after the divorce.
What? You mean you were cheating on her too? Well, she was cheating on you as well. That's how unattractive she was.
I divorced Maria once, and we got a marriage certificate so that I could take Maria's family name. I remarried Maria and became their son-in-law.
What? What the hell is going on? You did it without consulting me. She even cheated on you, and yet she managed to get you to go along with it. She took you away from me. I can never forgive her. I guess I'll have to meet her in person and do something about it.
Mom, I didn't think you were that insane. Do you know why I became their son-in-law?
Why?
Because you tried to bully the woman I love.
Bully? That's not true. I was just trying to discipline her on how to be a wife.
What discipline? Maria is an attentive, kind, and precious woman who I love more than anyone else. At least, she's a much nicer woman than you.
What a thing to say to your mother. She's the kind of woman who would go back to her hometown and cheat on you.
Mom, don't you realize what's going on? Didn't you think anything when you saw that man with Maria in a car?
Nothing really. Well, he wasn't a young man, was he?
Mom, you finally pissed him off.
What? What are you saying all of a sudden? Who did I offend?
You didn't seem to notice because you were only thinking about yourself. It was my father who put Maria in the car.
Huh? Don't make bad jokes. Why was your father there?
The night before, you tried to bring Maria back. I told Dad everything. How you'd been picking on her for a long time. How she'd been taking care of you even after she got pregnant. That you tried to bring her back to your house after she went back to her hometown. Trying to make her do your housework even after the baby was born.
What are you talking about? Everything you said is not true. I was only trying to teach her the duties of a wife. I was just trying to discipline her for being so lazy.
You do not need to discipline Maria. She's been raised by her parents with love and care. She's very thoughtful and takes care of the house without complaint. Above all, she is a woman who never forgets to take care of her family. That's why she didn't say anything about you until her health got worse. But you don't understand anything. I took my father to her parents' house to discuss the future with them.
Oh no! Maria is a woman who disrespected me and went back to her hometown on her own. What is there to discuss?
Shouldn't it be Maria's parents who should be apologizing?
What's the matter with you? Don't be ridiculous.
I can't tolerate your mean, disrespectful attitude. So I told my dad everything and decided to have a talk with her parents about you.
Huh?
Dad was furious. He's always been concerned about your behavior, but he didn't want to cause any trouble, so he kept quiet. But he said he couldn't take it anymore.
What do you mean?
If he doesn't do anything about it, you'll make the whole family unhappy. And he said it would be a bad influence on the baby.
What do you mean by bad influence?
It's not good to have you who picks on Maria in front of her child, is it? He said this whole thing has made him decide to divorce you.
Divorce? Why should I get a divorce?
Did I not just say that? Because your mean thoughts and arrogant attitude make the whole family unhappy.
Oh no!
Dad hid Maria from you so you wouldn't take her away. That's why he put her in the car that day. I couldn't leave for work, so my dad took care of it.
You're kidding, right? I can't believe he would do such a thing. He was so quiet. He has always listened to me.
That's just because he didn't want to cause any trouble. But then he realized that nothing good would come.
That man would never do such a thing.
Anyway, Dad suggested I become their son-in-law. I'd get divorced once, but I'd be allowed to take Maria's parents' last name. I could completely break off the relationship with you.
Huh?
It's my dad's decision that we should break off the relationship with you completely. And on top of that, Dad's divorcing you too. He said that if we did that, we would all be able to raise our child in peace since you're not going to be around. He insisted me to do that. I felt sorry that he was having a hard time all these years with you.
Wait a minute. What will happen to me if you become their son-in-law and I get the divorce?
I don't know. Isn't that something you should think about yourself?
Huh? Because that means I won't have a house, and my income will be only my pension, right?
I guess.
Then I won't be able to make a decent living.
What do you mean, decent living? There are plenty of women living on their own. Go look for a job and live within your income. This is what happens when you try to make things easy for yourself by pushing everything onto Maria, just because she's your daughter-in-law. I'm sure Dad will be talking to you about a formal divorce soon. You two should talk about your own divorce.
Oh no. You're okay with your own parents getting divorced?
I don't have a problem with it because I'm not your son anymore. Well, personally, I feel sorry for Dad.
John, how dare you say that to your mother?
I told you I'm a stranger now. Don't ever contact me again. Don't do anything to ruin my happiness. Well then...
Hey John, wait!
Hey Maria, how dare you do this to me? You're not a good enough daughter for me. How dare you drag John and my husband into this?
Emily, I didn't do anything. I just told him the truth that I couldn't do the housework at your house.
That's unnecessary. Why didn't you just shut up and do your duty as a wife? At the very least, convince my husband not to divorce me. I can't stand to have my son and my husband taken away from me.
I can't help it. It's all up to John and his father. I don't think anything I say will change that. In fact, John immediately went through the procedures to divorce and remarry. I think his father has already moved on to the procedure of divorce as well.
You must have arranged for this to happen. You should convince my husband. Make him reconsider divorcing me.
Why should I do that?
Huh?
I am no longer your daughter-in-law or anything. That means I'm a stranger, right? There's no reason why I should do what you say. I will refuse to do so. I think I have to respect John's father's feelings.
How long are you going to get cocky? I don't care what you say, so hurry up. If you keep this up, I'm going to lose everything.
So?
Huh?
You have never listened to anything people have to say. You have been so selfish. I can't tell you how many absurd things I've been told. I want to live happily with John and our unborn child. I will not do as you say. There's no reason for me to do so.
Why do you say that? Your husband's mother is in trouble, so help me.
I've been telling you for a while now. John took my family name, so the only mother I have is my own mother. You are a stranger, remember?
You can't just...
How can I accept what a stranger says? You have to take care of the rest by yourself. You lost everything because of your own action. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Hey, Maria! What should I do? Hey!
After that, Emily's divorce was finalized against her wishes. As a result, she was evicted from her house. With the help of John's father, who was very kind to her, she only got a share of the property. With that, she was able to get a cheap apartment for her to live alone. But her life from now on will be very poor. I'm sure it will be stressful for her, who has been living as she pleases. She is not a child, so I would like her to figure out what to do by herself. It is no longer my concern if she spends her time alone and lonely. I am currently back home with my parents after safely giving birth to a healthy baby boy. After settling down to raise my child, I would like to find a new house near my parents' home. I would like to start a new life with my family of 3. I'm keeping in touch with my father-in-law and seeing him regularly.
Hey, incompetent wife. I want ice cream. Go buy some now.
I can't.
Oh, God. You can't listen to your mother-in-law?
I'm at work right now. Of course I can't.
Don't make excuses. I want to eat it right now, so go buy it.
Okay. Then get out of the house first.
Why me?
You want to eat it now, right? Then hurry, quick.
Okay, fine. Yes, I'm out.
Turn right and walk straight for about 3 minutes, and then you'll reach your ice cream shop. Buy your favorite one. All right, I'm going back to work.
What? You want me to walk to the store to buy ice cream when my legs are bad? What a devilish wife. This is why I hate incompetent people.
You talk with the neighbors for an hour or 2 every day while you're standing, so your legs and back are strong enough. It's not a problem if you walk for only 3 minutes.
God, you say this and that.
That's my words.
Which is more important, your work or your mother-in-law? Of course.
Work, 100%.
Of course it's your mother-in-law. What a terrible wife you are. Cruel wife.
No choice. Your cute son quit his job on his own, and he's been lazy and lazy and lazy. I have no choice but to work to support you guys, right? If I quit my job, you won't be able to eat ice cream. You should be thankful that you can eat it.
Wow. How dare you say that? He worked too hard and his mind and body got weak. And yet, you talk like that?
Wow. A person like that would play games with potato chips and Coke in one hand, and then snores like a baby, and sneaks out at night and comes back in the morning?
That's surprising. Shut up! You just work for me and James like a slave. That's what a wife is supposed to do. You're incompetent, so you should at least earn money to live on.
Oh my God, you're making me cry.
Go ahead and cry.
What are you talking about? I won't cry. At least, not in front of you guys. Of course I'm kidding.
God, you're not cute at all. Poor James. You guys should get divorced.
Oh, right. I should get divorced. That's a very good idea. Why am I supporting this mother and son who don't do anything for me? It's a waste of time.
What? You're abandoning us? That's terrible. I'm sad. Such a terrible wife.
Hey, you told me.
Anyway, you're his wife, so you should work to make me and him happy. That's the duty of a wife.
Oh, you mean you don't care about my happiness?
Of course not.
Fine, I'm going back to work. Unlike you, I'm busy. I have to earn my living.
Wait, you're just sitting on a chair, typing on a computer, right? Anyone can do that. Can you stop being so cocky?
What? I'm an accountant. Do you know what we do?
I'm sure you're not busy, so book a room at a fancy hotel for next month.
I'm busy. I mean, a fancy hotel? What are you talking about?
It's a family trip.
Oh, Mary Rose. It's true that I work hard for the two of you every day, but you don't have to plan a vacation for me, you know?
What are you talking about? It's for me and James. You can come, but only as an escort. You're like a bellman.
Is that a joke too? Why do I have to help people who are just being lazy around every day? I'd like you to work for me.
That's rude. I make a good relationship with the neighbors for you every day. It takes a lot of energy.
You guys are just having a bad-mouthing contest about wives. Well, I'm sure it takes a lot of energy too.
Shut up!
Anyway, you should decide where you want to take me and James on our vacation. Okay, but who's going to pay for it? It's quite a lot of money for the three of us to stay at a luxury hotel.
Of course!
I'm not paying for it.
Don't worry, I'll pay for it.
What? Are you up to something?
Not at all. I've got some money. Leave it to me.
Is it? It's not suspicious money, is it?
Don't worry, it's safe. Book a very expensive hotel, okay?
If you insist, then fine. Will do.
Listen, pick a nice place that I would like. You're a useless wife, so at least be useful at a time like this.
I don't want to be called useless by someone like her. It's very unpleasant. Oops. Excuse me. I didn't mean to let my true feelings slip out. Whenever I talk about my mother-in-law, I tend to have a bad mouth. My name is Anna. I'm 31 years old and I work as a CPA. My husband James and I got married 3 years ago, and since my father-in-law passed away last year due to illness, I have been living with my mother-in-law for the past 6 months. I've noticed that she thinks of me as a servant who brings her money, and she sprawls out on the couch every day. My husband agrees with her and says that what she says is right, which I don't understand at all. I am like a working housekeeper. She kept ordering me to do this and that on this trip. I don't even have time to sit down. Do you know why I put up with this much? Well, you'll find out when you see what happens next.
We're going home now, so you pay $12,000 for the accommodation fee.
What? That's not what you said.
I appreciate you for paying for us. I actually don't, but I'll tell you for now.
You said you would pay, right? You're a liar.
Did I say that? I think you misunderstood.
Have you lost your mind? I didn't know you were that out of it. Shall I send you a screenshot of the message?
That's rude. If you can't pay, go straight to jail. That way, I don't have to give them trouble.
What are you saying? I think it's you guys are the ones who are giving trouble.
Shut up! You speak too much. You're an incompetent wife.
I'm afraid so.
I didn't mean it as a compliment.
Are you with James?
Of course.
Where are you two now?
When we were about to leave, there was a free shuttle bus and he offered us a ride, so we got on.
You got on?
Yes, so what? Is something wrong?
Well, I wish you hadn't used it. If you take that shuttle bus to go sightseeing, they allow you to pay for your purchases along with the accommodation fee.
Oh, is that so? That's good news. What a convenient system. Thank God we chose a luxury hotel.
Oh, no, I shouldn't have said it.
Look at you. You stupid wife. That's what makes you so incompetent.
I beg you, please forget it.
I can't. Well, what should I buy?
Forget about it.
That's useless. I've always had a good memory. Besides, how could I forget what I just heard?
Then you must remember the travel expenses, right? It was just a few days ago.
I don't remember about that.
What a convenient brain.
Whatever. I still need time to shop around so you can enjoy at that luxury hotel.
Sure, will do.
Huh? You're being awfully honest.
You two enjoy the nice air while you still can. Maybe you won't be able to breathe soon.
I don't understand what you're talking about. Oh, this bag is so cute. It costs $4,000, but I'll buy it.
Yes, if you want to, go ahead. It's not up to me.
What? You finally gave up?
Well, fine. You're going to have a lot of trouble from now on, so good luck.
It's funny to see you pretending to be fine. What should I buy next? Hey, poor lady betrayed by a husband and mom. Look at you. Hey, James. That's too harsh. You shouldn't tell the truth so directly.
What a dickhead husband and a shitty mother-in-law. How terrible.
Hey you. Who are you talking to? Come again?
I know. Asshole husband and mother-in-law who don't work and live off other people's money. And on top of that, cheat on his wife and steal my money.
You should know who you are. That's right. A wife is the lowest class in the family. Don't talk back to us. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Oops, excuse me. I just couldn't help it. By the way, that was a long shopping. You must have spent a lot of money.
Yeah, I guess. I got a new game and PS5, which you barely find in the city. It's a miracle we have it here, isn't it? I also bought a lot of local snacks. I can't wait to go back home.
You came to travel and bought video games? And what about you, Mary Rose?
This was a rare chance, you know. I bought a new wallet and shoes, as well as a new purse.
You bought all that stuff without a place to use it?
That's so rude of you. I'm going to show it off at a tea party with my neighbors.
I hope you can have that tea party.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess you'll see. Well, how much did you spend?
A little over $2,000. I spent $30,400.
Huh. $30,000 and $400? It makes $2,000 sound cheap. That's a huge amount of money.
That's right. I got everything from Chanel, my favorite brand.
Wow. Chanel must be crying if you're going to use it. I feel sorry.
The flashy pink wallet is my favorite.
You're almost 60 and flashy pink is too much for you. Isn't it too flashy?
Shut up. Well, I'm happy with my purchase and now I don't have any regrets. I'll leave you the payment. Thanks a lot.
What are you talking about?
Have you forgotten? The payment for accommodation and shopping. I told you to pay.
Oh, about that? I'm already home, so you'll have to take care of it yourselves. Not my business.
Huh?
What? Are you two kidding me? The bill goes to the person who made the reservation.
I asked you to make the reservation, so not me.
I made the reservation under your name.
Why did you do that?
I had no choice. You're known in the neighborhood as the stingy hag, and that kind of person will pay for us? I knew it was strange. No matter how you think about it, it was completely strange.
Wait, what do you mean?
Oh, you don't know what the stingy hag means? It means a cheap person who loves to save money.
No, that's not the point. I'm known in the neighborhood.
Oh yes, you're very famous. You're so greedy for money that you'll jump on a dropped penny like a hyena. I cringe every time I hear that.
I don't do that.
Mom, you did that?
Sam's wife who lives next door showed me a video. That tremendous speed. That was amazing.
You're kidding, right?
Well, either way, I made a reservation under your name. I guess I was right after all.
You...
Mary Rose, this is the last chance. Will you pay?
I'll never pay. There's no way I can pay such a big amount of money.
Then, James, you'll pay?
I don't have a job. I have no money. Therefore, I won't pay.
If you can't pay, you're going to jail. I told you.
Yes, you did. Let's do it.
Huh?
I'm sorry for both of you.
What?
The shuttle bus you're in is bound for the police station. You can't get off.
What's going on?
What the hell are you talking about? I don't understand.
If you don't pay the accommodation fee, you're guilty of fraud and theft. So please go straight to the police station, you two criminals.
Wait a minute. Then why don't you pay for it? You're his wife. That's what a wife is supposed to do.
That's right. Help your husband. We're family.
I am not family with you people, which means I'm not your wife. I'm a stranger.
What are you talking about?
Have you finally lost your mind? I knew you were crazy.
Oh, the time has finally come. I've been waiting for this moment for so long. I'm finally getting my wish.
I seriously don't get it.
I just got divorced from you.
Hey, I didn't sign any divorce papers.
You slut. You made up the papers, didn't you? What kind of a scumbag wife are you?
Stop it. I didn't commit crimes like you guys. James, you don't remember? Around a month after you quit your job, I suspected you were cheating on me because you kept coming home in the morning, right?
Hey, are you saying he cheated on you? Give me a break. He's a sincere and kind boy. Stop lying.
Mary Rose, this is our conversation. Please stay quiet.
Wow, what a wife you are. That's why you're an incompetent slut.
God, shut up. Even an elementary school kid can stay quiet. But an adult can't even do that? You did, didn't you, James? I'm asking you.
Maybe, I guess.
At that time, I forgave you for your obvious affair. Do you remember the terms of that time?
No.
The next time, I can't trust you. I'll divorce you with or without notice. So you signed the paper and I forgave you.
Oh.
You finally remember?
But that doesn't mean you can't turn in the papers without my consent.
When you signed the paper, you agreed to it. You can't even understand that?
Don't say like that.
James, let's give up on this defective person. I'll find a young, pretty, good-looking girl for you, okay?
Mommy, but I want Anna.
Hey, I'm here. So please have a disgusting conversation between you guys. I don't want to see or hear it.
If you say so, then let's cancel the divorce.
No, I've already filed it.
Go pretend it never happened.
I don't want to. I want to get rid of you. I don't want to live with you guys anymore.
Anna, don't say that. I can't live without you. You're abandoning me?
Of course I am. You just can't live without my money.
That's not true. I love you. Why don't you understand?
Don't make me laugh. You're still cheating on me as much as ever. You think I don't know?
No, I'm not. Why would I?
Don't make me laugh. I have proof.
I'll charge you for compensation. I don't want anything to do with you guys anymore.
Please.
Anna, if you're going to break up with us, at least help us first. Pay all the fees. You're still talking like that? Very disappointed. Because we will be taken to the police, right? You think it's okay? Yes, that's why I asked the hotel. What do you mean? That luxury hotel is owned by a friend of mine. That's why I arranged for a shuttle bus from the hotel so that you two would ride on it. If you took a cab, you would have run away. And then I told you about the shopping. So I already knew where you were going. You're a wicked lady. Tell me I'm smart. You two won't be sorry if I don't go this far. I won't feel good either. We would be sorry. We haven't done anything. I'm the one who takes care of the money and the housework. Are you going to sit on the sofa all day? You call that a couch potato. Ugh. God, I'm so happy to get rid of all the things. Well, I'm assuming you'll be arriving at the police station soon? Well, goodbye, you miserable old hag and shitty, cheating scumbag. Anna, wait! This is too much! Please don't abandon us. Let us be a true mother and daughter again, okay?
Anna, I won't cheat on you anymore and I'll love you forever, so please, help me.
What do you mean by true mother and daughter? I don't get it. He won't cheat on me? He loves me? Why would I believe him? They can only say foolish things. They were really annoying until the very end. I've had enough of those too. But I'm so relieved that they got to have a terrible experience. Later on, they were filed for a damage report at the police station for not paying the accommodation fee and others. After a discussion, they settled the case, but it was hopeless to pay nearly $47,000 in total for the unemployed mother and son. I heard that they borrowed money from a bad bank, and now the amount of the debt has increased 3 or 4 times. By the way, James will have to pay me compensation for cheating on me. So he will have to suffer from money for the rest of his life. He deserves it because he has done that much. I am still working as hard as ever as an accountant. May the next happiness come soon.
Vanessa, why are you not answering my calls? Suspicious. Too suspicious. What are you doing? I'm going to tell you something important now, so listen carefully. As a wife, your mother-in-law is your first priority. No matter what, I must come first. You don't understand unless I tell you every single time how to behave as a good wife, do you? I'm going to have to give you a good lesson on it then. Excuse me, Ursula. I'd answer if I could. I can't answer the phone while I'm driving. It's dangerous and it's also against the law. Stop making lame excuses, Vanessa. Why don't you just hurry up and stop your car somewhere to pick up my call? I'm sorry for being so inconsiderate, but I just got home. Can I help you? You know what I want to discuss with you, but you're just pretending that you have no idea about it. It's beyond rude to leave suddenly without saying anything. I'm sorry about that. I saw what you did to Ricky. You were yelling out loud, hitting and shaking him hard. I panicked that I couldn't stand still. I thought Ricky was in danger, so I decided to protect my son. I couldn't help but to run away home when you went to the restroom. What are you talking about? Me? Dangerous? I'm the one who raised your husband, Joshua. You just called me a dangerous woman, didn't you? That's rude. You must apologize. I don't think so. It didn't seem to me like you cared about Ricky. Well, I'll be honest with you then. It's because he's not cute at all. What? What do you mean he's not cute? He's your grandson, isn't he? Grandson? According to the family register, yes. But what's not cute is not cute. He doesn't even look like Joshua. His face, his gestures, everything. There's no resemblance at all. I got goosebumps today. I was convinced that he's not Joshua's child. I'm sure about that. What are you talking about? You shouldn't say such a rude thing to me like that. Just because you're my mother-in-law, it doesn't mean that you can say whatever you want. Ricky is Joshua's son. You said the same thing when Ricky was a newborn, didn't you? What should I do to make you believe me? I thought he would look a little like Joshua when he grows up. But he looks just like you, Vanessa. So it's natural to think that Ricky isn't Joshua's son. Are you saying that I cheated on Joshua? I didn't cheat on him. Besides, Ricky was only born 5 months ago. It's true that many people say he looks like me, but a child's face changes rapidly, right? I think his eyes and nose look a lot like Joshua's, even the corners of his eyes when he smiles. No, I don't think so at all. I hope you don't underestimate me. You have an ulterior motive. Perhaps, for years to come, you will cheat and misrepresent your child with another man as Joshua's child and instill affection for him. And when it's finally revealed to you for some reason, you will say to him that you don't care about blood ties because he raised a child with you. I'm sure that you'll do such a thing in the near future. It's all a calculation, isn't it? What a horrible wife. Ursula, it seems that you've been watching too many dramas. How did you come up with that kind of crazy idea? Watching too many dramas? How dare you make fun of me? I won't accept the fact that Rick is Joshua's child. Never. I'll change my mind if you do a DNA test and prove it. I won't do that. See? When you refuse, it's like admitting you're having an affair. You maybe think that a DNA test is a simple thing to do, but it costs money. Are you going to pay for it? What? Are you asking me to pay for it? You really are an ignorant wife. I won't pay for that. Since you're the one who's hiding the fact that you were cheating, you have to pay for the DNA test. I'm telling you, don't you dare to put Joshua in trouble. I won't do it. It's a waste of time and money. I don't need any proof. Joshua knows he's the father of this child. I'm not going to let your delusions of me cheating with other guy get in the way of my son's future. There's nothing more foolish than to pay a lot of money just to prove your crazy delusions. That's why I won't do the test. No matter what you say, Ricky is mine and Joshua's child. That's the truth. I'm sorry it didn't turn out like your favorite sloppy daytime drama, Ursula. No, I won't be fooled. I'll never admit it. You have to take the DNA test. Or I'll make Joshua divorce you. Oh, there you go again. Divorce on the second word. I'm tired of hearing that. Of course not. My son doesn't deserve someone like you. It's a shame for our family to be married to a woman like you who is so uneducated. I was against it. Unlike you, who graduated from a low-level junior college where you could get in if you wrote down the name of your hometown, Joshua has always been a brilliant young man. My beloved son graduated from a top-notch university. Then he got married to you over my objections. He's raising a child born from the result of your adultery as his own child. It's disgusting. Divorce is the only solution. I've told you many times, there's no adultery and there's no divorce. Please stop doubting me anymore. It's really annoying. Oh, you horrible woman. You are. Poor Joshua, totally deceived. A mother protects her children. I will help my son soon. You know what? You're not helping at all. You're just stirring things up. That's what you're trying to do. Anyway, don't bother us anymore with your weird fantasies. I don't have time to listen to your nonsense. Well, I'm busy, so I should be going now. Don't run away. Hey, we haven't finished our conversation yet, okay? Vanessa, you just ignored me again. How rude you are to your mother-in-law. You're a coward for not answering the phone. You think you can fight against me, huh? Ursula. Hey, Ursula, please answer me. I have something important to tell you. You dare to ignore my call, and now you're rushing me to reply to you? You're a real bad wife, aren't you? It's just unbelievable. When I came home, my room was ransacked. I thought for a moment that it was a burglar. I was about to call the police, but I changed my mind. I was wondering if you were the one who did that. What a wife you are! Now you're treating me like a thief? It's perfectly normal to think there was a burglar, but now you're blaming me. You're the worst wife I've ever seen. I'll have to convince Joshua to divorce you as soon as possible. It's obviously unnatural for a burglar. If it were a burglar, the first thing they would do is ransack the place for money, right? They were neatly placed where they belonged. But on the contrary, only Ricky's belongings were found in a mess. Ricky's drawings were in the trash, his baby bottles were in the toilet, and his diapers were all around the living room, torn to shreds so that they were no longer usable. When I checked, I found that Ricky's bedding was soaked with honey. That's horrible. Someone must have a grudge against you. Oh, like the wife of the guy you're having an affair with. I told you I'm not having an affair. None of my stuff was taken. It's too obvious. The only person I can think of who would do something like this is you, Ursula. If you keep pretending that you don't know anything about it, I'll call the police. Don't be so snippy. What's the matter with you? You sound so angry. How pathetic. I'm just visiting you while you were out of town. You know how messy the room was? I was just trying to help you clean up. You should rather thank me for that. What? Clean up? You just bullied me, didn't you? That's enough. Putting a baby bottle in the toilet isn't tidying up, is it? Also, I can't use the baby bed anymore. Vanessa, who do you think you are that you can talk to me like that? You've shown your true personality. Young people these days don't know how to treat their mother-in-law. Of course I'd lose my temper like this. How can I have respect for a mean person like you after what you've done to me and Ricky? Oh my God! What a thing to say! You deserve that! You seduced my precious son Joshua with your unattractive body. You want my son to raise a child you made with a stranger. Also, you flatter yourself that you're Joshua's wife. This is just a light punishment for you. I told you, didn't I? Don't underestimate me. Next time, it won't be like this, so be prepared. I've had enough. I'll report all this to Joshua. Huh? Are you threatening me? Feel free to do what you want to do, idiot. Joshua should know that Ricky is not his son. He needs to know the bitter fact. I want my life with Joshua back as soon as possible. I miss the days when we used to live together. I'll do my best to get rid of Vanessa, the evil wife. Don't be silly, Vanessa. What have you done? Joshua took my duplicate key. What did you tell him? You must take a responsibility of what you have done. You told me to mind my own business, so you brought this on yourself. What did you say? Did you forget what you did? I can't live in peace if you break in and do whatever you want while I'm away. I've talked it over with Joshua. Please don't come to our house anymore, Ursula. What's the matter with you? It's been a long time since the last time I was scolded by my husband. You're not only flirting with Joshua, but also my husband. I thought you'll apologize to me in such a gentle manner, but you have everyone on your side now, and your attitude just makes me more disgusted. But that doesn't mean you should stick divorce papers in the mailbox. It's annoying. I just did the right thing. It's because you didn't file the divorce papers. I prepared the divorce papers for you, so fill them out properly. Thank you for your effort, but I told you, didn't I? I'm not getting a divorce. I'm sorry to hear that. By the way, I found evidence of your affair. What proof? Are you making up stories again? I don't do that kind of thing. When you went into the hotel with the guy, I took a picture of it, so you can't get away with it anymore. Ursula, are you a stalker? Oh gosh. Oh dear, there's no point acting like you did nothing wrong. Justice always prevails. Well, I know that you were just trying to run away from the fact since I got the evidence. That was yesterday around 7, right? That's right. So you finally admit that? It was a guy named Alfred who works at the same company as you. It must have been a very inappropriate relationship for him to go out of his way to call you at a hotel while you were on maternity leave. You were all dressed up and flushed as you tried to seduce him. As it was, you quickly disappeared to your hotel room having fun together. I can't believe you had a secret meeting like that so openly. Why don't you use your brain a little more? I beg your pardon? Where were you hiding at that time? That's none of your business. You're filthy. I don't even want you to call my name. How could you go into a hotel with another man while having a husband named Joshua? What a terrible woman you are. I've got the pictures. Your excuses won't work. I don't know where you've been watching this. I'm impressed that you have such a vivid imagination. My boss at work is getting married to my colleague. I was the one who introduced my colleague to him, so he decided to invite me for dinner at a hotel to thank me for what I did. Of course, my colleague was there too. You can't talk to me like that. I'm sure I only saw you and that guy. It's just that my colleague was a little late arriving due to work. We were just waiting for her in the lobby while having tea. What an unsightly excuse! 3 good friends having dinner at a hotel. I wonder why you didn't choose a restaurant instead. My boss and my colleague were planning to have their wedding at that hotel, and they just wanted to check the details in advance. The Italian food at that hotel is famous, you know? It's a popular place to have a wedding reception there. Did you just make up that story in case someone found out about your affair? That story just sounds too good to be true. I filed a report with your boss today about the affair in the office. Now you'll finally feel sorry for yourself, won't you? What? Why did you do that? It's not good for the company's image to keep such an unscrupulous employee. I told him clearly. I even sent him the pictures by email. The person on the other end understood what I was talking about. They were very polite and said they were sorry for the inconvenience. You're out of control. To go to the trouble of calling my company with a totally made-up story like that. You're bothering everyone in the company. As I said, the 2 people who had dinner together with me are getting married, okay? Don't make my boss worry about it, please. I doubt if it's even true, but to be in a hotel with a man who is about to get married? It's sickening. I have sincerely and wholeheartedly disappointed in you. Well, no matter how nicely you make up your story, I'm sure the company will call to punish you. You'd better brace yourself for that. And I'm going to have you leave Joshua, so you must write down the divorce papers. Give me a break, Ursula. You don't understand at all. Silence. I have a lot of preparations to do, so excuse me. Preparations? What preparations? Don't tell me you're still planning something. Please stop doing more nasty things. Ursula, please pick up the phone. Where are you? Do you know where Ricky is? Shut up! I finally made up my mind. What do you mean? Where is he now? Ricky is nowhere to be found. Oh, you're awake already. Looks like the drug was not strong enough. You're quite tough, aren't you? Drug? I suddenly fell asleep because of that? Don't tell me it was your fault. What did you do to me? That's terrible. You'll have to pay the cab fare later. I was kind enough to drive you back to your parents' house. I also packed your daily necessities in your suitcase, didn't I? It was hard work. I can't believe I went to all this trouble for a woman who flirts with everyone. How sweet of me. Now that you mention it, I remember. You were pushing me into a cab, but I got really sleepy and woke up in front of my parents' house. I don't know what happened. Ricky, what happened to Ricky? Please give me back my son. Ursula, where is Ricky? Is he with you? I threw the kid away. I don't want him. Huh? I said that I threw him away. I got rid of him while you were snoring. Got rid of him? What do you mean? You didn't... It's okay. I'm not an ogre. I'm a human being, even if it's someone else's child. I didn't do anything wrong, don't worry. I didn't do anything terrible like dumping him in a mountain or a garbage dump. I wish it were true, but I'm such a kind woman after all. I see. I'm glad that Ricky's safe. I'll go and get him. By the way, how did you get into the house? I asked you to return the duplicate key, didn't I? Don't underestimate me. You wanna know? I made a few spares with the duplicate keys you gave me. That's known that you're a mean woman, Vanessa. I knew you'd eventually ask me to return the duplicate keys. That's why I decided to sneak into your house, put sleeping pills in anything you were likely to eat or drink. I dropped you off at your parents' house just as you fell asleep. Oh, I was so busy at that time. All for the sake of my son, who's coming home from his business trip today. If he had to stay in the same house with his dirty wife and someone else's child any longer, Joshua would be ruined. From today on, it will be just me and him. The time has finally come. I can't wait any longer. So does that mean you're at our house now? Oh yes, officially it's Joshua's house, not your house. Now I'm gonna prepare dinner for Joshua. Do you realize what you're doing? Do you think you can get away with this just like that? This is not a story that will end in laughter. Not only did you bully me, what did you do to my son? You threw him away. Are you out of your mind? I can't believe you're this kind of person. You even made such a sinister and cowardly plan. It's my precious child that I gave birth to with all my might. What do you think you're doing? What if someone does the exact same thing to you? What if someone abducts Joshua from you and abandons him? What would you do, Ursula? Of course, I would never forgive that person. I won't let anyone to do such a thing to my precious Joshua. I'll make sure I catch the person and send him or her to hell where those poor unfortunate souls belong. That's what I was trying to tell you. If someone does nasty thing to your child, of course you wouldn't forgive that person, would you? Don't change the subject. Joshua is my precious son. Ricky is a child of a stranger, born of adultery. Damn it! How many times do I have to tell you? I told you that I didn't have any affair. Wait, Vanessa? Just like how you think that your son is precious, Ricky is my precious son. That's why I won't forgive you. But what about Joshua? It's over. This is the end. Your precious Joshua isn't taking your side anymore. Huh? What do you mean? What did you do to Joshua? How foolish of you, Ursula. Me and Joshua have a strong bond, you know? I called him and explained the situation. He was furious. I've never seen him that angry before. Joshua was furious? That boy never used to get angry at all in the past. Yes, you made your precious son angry. Looks like you failed, Ursula. I could put up with it if you were only bullying me, but not if you started to mess up with Ricky. Wait a minute. Instead of worrying about you, Joshua has decided to cut ties with you. Cut ties? Of course, you have done such a horrible thing to his own wife and son. But the evidence I found proved the affair, right? You're so persistent. I got a call from my boss who took the call. He was laughing. It was the person who answered the phone, the boss I had dinner with. He was worried that I'm being bullied by you. When I told him that no matter how much I told you, you still didn't believe me. My boss even suggested to explain to you along with my colleague. My colleague believes that me and my boss would never have an affair. It's so lame that you're bullying your daughter-in-law like this. You thought that the picture alone was enough to call me an adulterer. You're so paranoid. Everyone in the company laughed in amazement. They said that you're such a lame mother-in-law, Ursula. Stop making fun of me. Your company's employees are nothing but scum. I can't believe that you would go this far. Are you okay? Was that some sort of joke? What? It seems that you're not worried about anything at all. Do you understand your situation? Huh? You were so terrible that I was honestly at my wit's end. I couldn't help myself, so I asked your husband for advice. He said he would help me and gave me some money to use to help Ricky. He said he would collect it from you later. No way! I'm not gonna pay, not even a penny. Just worrying about your own money. How pathetic. But I don't think you need to worry about paying your cost of living. What do you mean by that? It still doesn't ring a bell? I'm tired of talking to you seriously. I'm sure they'll be there soon, so I'll leave the rest to the police. You called the police? You're overreacting. No, I'm not overreacting. What you did was a crime. Did you think I wouldn't do anything? Don't underestimate a mother who's protecting her child. But don't worry, it was your beloved Joshua who called the police. I called him as soon as I woke up. Joshua called the police immediately and without hesitation. Joshua called the police? No kidding. Thanks to his quick decision, while I was calling you, Ricky was found safe and sound. Too bad that it seems things didn't go as he wanted. Oh, yes, your husband contacted me too. He said he'll be divorcing you right away. I can't have that. It wasn't supposed to be like that. Why would it be like that? I don't want a divorce. Well, he said that it's just plain disgusting to have a wife who does such terrible things to his precious son and daughter-in-law. I still have the divorce papers that you shoved into the mailbox. There are many of them, so if you make a mistake, you still have some extra papers to write again. Well, even my kind and loving father-in-law was at his wit's end. He decided to divorce you right away. You were the one who'll be leaving, not me. I don't want to. I'm sorry, I'll be quiet. I'll do anything. Please, Vanessa, do something to convince my husband and Joshua. I can't reach either of them at all. Why? They don't answer my messages and calls. What am I supposed to do? I can't help you. I'm fed up with you, Ursula. So I'm gonna stop contacting you too. Goodbye. Vanessa, wait! I don't want to cut ties with my family. The police arrived at the house immediately, arrested my mother-in-law. Ursula got into the police vehicle with a drooping head. Ricky, who was abducted by Ursula, was found safely. It was the result of Joshua spreading the news on social media. An acquaintance contacted us in a panic to say he was keeping Ricky at home, and he was safely protected. Some of our friends came to see us after seeing social media, and we cried at their kindness. When Joshua is no longer angry, he told us that his mother had done something terrible. He apologized to me and told me that he should have realized it sooner. I also began to talk to Joshua more than ever about anything, and I feel like our bond as a couple has deepened. Ricky is growing up well, and it seems that he's happy since his father is spending more time with him. He calls out for his father loudly every day, and I think he has more smiles on his face. Since mother-in-law's attacks have finally stopped, me and my family are now living a happy life. Recently, Joshua and I have been talking about if we should give Ricky a brother or sister. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!